Garland is probably 10 miles down the road.
Yeah.
No,
definitely
it's
grown.
not 10 miles, I guess it's 5, 6. But that's, you know, you just don't think about it.
No, it doesn't stay country or the edge of town very long.
No. And there's, now, there's no land left hardly to build on in Garland right now. It's almost all gone.
So by this time, are the daughters starting to go off to college and get married and stuff?
Yeah.
I was already.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, after Mother got up, finished with the library, then she went to the school in South Dallas.
She went to the school right down by the Fair Park. And she taught there 5 years, I think.
I think so.
And I can't remember why she left there.
Well, I think she was trying to get closer to home. And
Well,
then-
she left Carrollton trying to get closer to home.
No,
And she got a
get out of the library.
school right there on Saturn,
Mm-hmm.
but she was been teaching 6th grade math and 6th grade stuff, and she was trying to get first and second grade.
Mm-hmm.
And
She
she got
was
the
just overwhelmed.
6th, and it just
So she took a year
Too
off from
Yeah.
teaching that year.
that she just couldn't do it. That's all. It just wasn't
And where did
right.
she end up doing the reading teaching? What school was that?
Oh, that was over the next school she went to,
Mhm.
and she
Where was
taught
it?
over there 4 or 5 years.
That
And-
Hoffman reading program.
Yeah, that was. She really enjoyed that.
Mhm. But it seemed like every job she did she'd have to work
Oh,
all day
All
and she'd
day,
have to
all
work half
night.
the night. It was just setting up programs and you
Yeah.
know, so you commute to school for 45 minutes or so each way, and then come home and work half the night. It was.
Corinne and I didn't get that. Didn't get to
No.
do that.
No, we're not. Pat is just like Mother. Sharon's just like Mother.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. And Daddy and I are
I don't know
laid back.
how many masters Sharon's got, but she's probably got more than that.
Yeah, but they've got plenty. But
And
that's,
this year, coming up, she's going to be teaching children that are, what do they call it? The problems that they have.
Special needs?
the learning disabilities.
Well, it's learning
Dis-
disabilities
Mhm.
and
So she's going to be in the classroom rather than
Yeah.
testing.
but she'll have, I think, 14 children, and that's to start with anyway. It usually escalates whenever
Mhm.
she gets in the class.
Well, that'll be good though. She'll be good at that.
Maybe she can help them. I sure hope so.
Yeah, she will.
And she'll be
Mhm.
doing a good job.
Well, tell about the hospital, about when you went in and set up that program. That means set up the new hospital.
Dell, how much time we got left on this?
You're good. 27 minutes.
Oh, that might be enough.
Oh, wow.
See, we had all the, you know, I've been working 4 years in the hospital. And we were having to make stuff in the hospital where we was. And then in that one, it wouldn't be any different. You'd have to make the same things. So anything that's used in surgery, we'd have to make it. And other places, emergency room and other places would have special items that we'd have to make. Was the reason, and I brought all the measurements for the items that we had in Denton down to Garland. And we got a sewing machine. I'm sorry I got that one that I did, but it was a Singer sewing machine, and it was so slow. Yeah, you could just give it heebie-jeebies, you know, to try to keep it running. And after the first 3 or 4 days, I knew there was one sewing machine like that one with just one seamstress wasn't going to get us in that hospital. So I took my sewing machine over there, and as soon as Frankie saw that sewing machine, she says, "I got to try that one." And when she tried it out, she says, "This is mine."
How long did she use it?
She used it for about 4 months or 5.
My goodness.
They were still sewing whenever we opened the hospital, you know.
Was this making sheets and everything?
Well, it wasn't making sheets for beds, but it was making all the sheets and wrappers and towels and all that stuff that goes in the operating room.
Okay.
Everything that you put instruments in and autoclave them and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so we started with that, and then I started ordering the things that we were going to have to clean with, like buffers and scrubbers and things, all the kind of stuff that we'd have to clean floors, have to have for that. And then all the carts to go in areas, different areas, you know. There was so much stuff. I wasn't hardly prepared to do that, all of that, you know. But we got it done, and on the 15th of March, 15th of March, yeah, it was 15th of March.
That's when it opened.
That's when we opened. And everything just went good. We had 109 beds, and that's when I had my office at the back door.
Oh.
And we got a washing machine and a dryer, so we could do Garland Laundry didn't get the blood out of wrappers, see, or cloths that they were using up in surgery. So
you had to do your
I told Mr. Shaw, I said, I don't like the idea of putting them back in there and blood stains. So we did all the surgery wrappers right there, surgery clothes stuff right there in the back, in that little back room.
Yeah.
And last time I saw it, still had washing machines in there.
That's a good idea, huh? How big did the hospital get while you were there? Didn't it expand? Did you open more beds?
Yeah, we had put four, well, the highest point was 6 stories.
Okay.
But we had 2 stories, 2 more stories open on the second and third,
Okay.
but the 4th floor wasn't finished.
Okay.
And then the 5th floor wasn't finished. It
Okay.
wasn't, they still had to do
Right.
work to get it
Right.
done. But that was I thought we did a good job.
Yeah.
Didn't
In
that all work?
14, how many years?
I worked
14?
I worked down there 14 and a half and 4 and did.
Mm-hmm. Right.
How'd you get involved in starting the new hospital anyways?
Well, the way I got involved with that, we had at the time we started putting oxygen in operating rooms and oxygen in rooms, you know, where you'd have to have oxygen. You could get it right there out of the wall instead of with the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they started that, the hospital in Denton was getting theirs, where they were doing their hospital, our hospital there. And he knew the administrator, and he could see what was going on between the administrator and the housekeeping department. And so he asked me if I would like to start a hospital, you know, help open one. He says, John Shaw down in Garland is working on one right now, and he's ready to get the housekeeping department busy. Well, I didn't feel like they told me wouldn't be opening for 4 or 5 months. Well, I didn't, that wasn't my dream. I thought we'd go down and go to work, see, that they'd have everything there.
Right.
And when I went down there and talked to him, I found out I was the one going to get it. Everything we had.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the question that he asked me, that I answered, when I answered him, he says, the job is yours. He says, can you do the job? And I said, sure, I can do the job. He says, it's yours. Well, I did it as long as I was there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And his assistant, he had assigned housekeeping that, you know, all the departments that didn't make money.
Yeah.
Any of them that made money, he kept them.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that didn't make money, he was turning those over to, now they call it the administrator or the other man.
Assistant.
But he came in there with the idea of being the administrator of the hospital, and sure enough, he got John Shaw kicked out 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to retire. They let him do that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's the cause of having or having to retire. And if I had been there when that happened, I'd have had to retire too.
Mm-hmm. But you were already gone.
But I quit first.
Well, they tell them about how they they told you you would have to retire.
Oh, they told me when I was 60,